Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this 8th edition of the Alpha X Arena. We're almost ready to start the first beta phase. So our first two players are going to be Potato Pleb and Kyojin. His in-game name is Titan, so I'll just call him that. And well guys, what can I tell you? Thank you everybody for tuning in or watching the VOD, whatever it is. And well guys, we're going to go into BAM phase, Veto phase, whatever you want to call it. So it's gonna be the same as always. I don't know if you guys have ever watched the arena before, but well, this is an in-house tournament. This is gonna work like the players are gonna veto each one a map until only one remains, and then they're gonna play there, and then it's gonna be losers pick, and it's gonna be a best of 3. Both semi-finals are best of 3s, and then there will be a finals, and then the winner of the finals gets to play against last week's champion. In this case it's Cuckoo. So well, I'll just tell the guys to stop vetoing maps. And anyway, let me check my, yeah, this one and this one, and okay, we're ready. Music is not getting really tense as it used to do when it's not happening literally anything. Oh, unlucky me to have this tournament while Australia is playing, but of course everybody just support our players, and in particular Australia is a great guy, and I hope he's doing well. I'll check once in a while to see how he's doing. And oh, actually he's behind one game. Oh, Chama's match point. That's too bad. Well, we will see. So New Repugnancy, Year Zero and King's Cove are not gonna get played as the first map. Cyber Forest as well. Let me get into map making stuff. Didn't do this for a while since there's been some problems, alpha screams, And well, Alpha Screams, in case you don't know, is actually the same kind of tournament, except it's gonna be wait a moment. Yep, it's always like this. I always have to over-explain this since it's a bit too... no. Yeah, it's a little not easy to understand, but that's by far the most fair way to play a best of 3. And a best of 7 as well, actually, to be honest. Maybe just best of 5 can work with 1 veto each, and it works like a charm. Yeah, so Kairos or Port. Hey, the most standard maps in the... Okay, so Kairos it is. Well, players really like to start their series on Kairos Junction. It's a convenient map, I'd say. What? No, Cyber has been banned. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Kairos Junction is a very standard map. Very balanced map, actually. There are no super strong strategies or anything in particular that can work a little bit too well. And in a PvT, I guess there are some imbalances in certain maps. So I guess this is a good as map as any to start our first series, our first semi-final, getting into game 1. Let's start cheering for those two guys, Titan vs Nexus, PvT, Diamond 2, Diamond 1. Oh, actually I think they're both Diamond 1 right now. I think Potato Blood has been promoted to Diamond 1. And I actually think Titan has been Diamond 1 for a while, like for a week or 2 or something. But anyway, two good players, and I'm really excited to see what they're gonna bring to the table. Actually, shout out to Potato Blood for actually helping me last week with Alpha Screams. But well, it's time to get into the first game of this series. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Kairos Junction is the green Terran. Oh sorry, my voice. Oh gosh. His name is Potato Pleb. Spawning instead in the top left hand corner of the one insane Kairos Junction is the red Protoss Titan. First time player in the arena. So what we're gonna see now, a gateway expand or something more cheaper. Gateway expand, barracks first, in the base of course. Nothing too hard to understand. I don't think those two players have ever played one against the other. Of course, Potato Blade calls one of his SCVs to actually try and shoo away the probe that is trying to delay this barracks a little bit, and even that in such an earlier stage of the game can be of huge impact. At the same time, getting his accumulator, or simulator. At the same time, Titan wants to mess around a little bit with this cheeky probe. And ooh, actually comes really close and he loses the probe. Oh, that's not what you want to do in these scenarios. And Potato Club actually goes for the low ground command center, while at the same time Titan sends another scouting probe. He's gonna see only the Reaper for now. Really nothing. Oh, or maybe this is a proxy. This is a weird location. The Reaper can never pass through here. It's just not a place he will ever go. At the same time, Gateway expand for Titan. I think he wants to pull like a Robo-Bay or maybe a Darkshine. We're gonna see soon. Anyway, so Reactor instead of a Tech Lab. Actually, Potato Pleb is going to try and scout for a proxy, but his pathing is not what he wants to have. This problem is gonna eventually not get caught, I guess. Well, at the same time, Stalker first for Titan. Well, this is a good place as any to put the Stalker. I mean, it can get through here, but you can see really early and move the Stalker. And it can go up this ramp. So, yeah. Potato actually decides to see what's going on. He sees the rope gate, tech, and well, Potato immediately understands there's gonna be a Stalker up there to deflect his Reaper. But the probe actually gets a full scout of Potato Pleb base. Not too bad. Not too bad. So he doesn't get the tech lab. So this is probably gonna be Hellions at the point, or maybe not, I don't know. But Robo's facility is the tech choice of Titan, and the 1-1-1 is the strategy of Potato Pleb. That goes for a Cyclone. Of course, it's really helpful in PvP to try and be really safe against those Stalkers and maybe try and deal some damage, you know, catch pylon, delay some tech, delay some units. Good spread on the Marines as well, and he's starting to get into his later stage of tech choice. So, double barracks, another Cyclone, and tech lab next to his starport, actually. So, we could see some Banshees. I mean, of course there is robotics facility already done by Titan, but I don't see any cannons, no observers on the way yet. So I think he's just going to do something really aggressive with the Stalkers and maybe try and do some damage. Well, he actually moves up with the Prism as well. This Stalker, why is it low? What did I miss? Oh wow. Well, Stalker's blue grenade. Shield so fast. Wow. Anyway, you don't want to walk up that ramp. You really don't. Oh, okay. He tried to snag the Cyclone, and actually Cyclone is really low. Losing that could be a huge impact. Actually, this is a lot of Stalkers. The auto turret is gonna go down, and these Stalkers are just gonna match forward. Only the SCVs have to be pulled. A Mule as well. 2 SCVs die. And oh gosh, this is a lot of Stalkers. A strong timing attack by Titan that I don't think is eventually gonna get through this. Marauders are on the way, Steampack is on the way. The tech, actually the support is used to develop tech. And well, the first Marauder dies and the Stalker count is getting bigger and bigger. The War Prisoner is able to get a little bit of high ground vision, and this is super useful for Titan that manages to get a lot of damage done. The Observer gets into position as well. The Raven can eventually get his sniped, but Potato Pleb has not enough army to deflect this amount of Stalkers because all of his SCVs, but the Stalkers are in such a good position to hold the lane. And eventually Potato Pleb has to GG out of this game. Titan takes the lead. Okay, so Port Alexander will be our next map. Okay, game out. I think our players are gonna be instantly ready to jump into action. Okay, so this and this. But it will be with the jokes. My brothers. Well, ready to get into game 2. Paul Alexander really set them up as well. I actually didn't expect Titan to go for such a committed Stalker aggression. I should have, looked a little bit at the saturation of his natural, I guess. That there wasn't really a lot there. And, well, sniping that Cyclone so early, it's such a big deal as well. Since actually the only way to kill that amount of Stalkers is probably the Cyclone. But let's get into game 2 of the series, guys. Spawning in the top left hand corner of Port Alexandria is the Green Terran. Try to tie the series and get into game 3. He is Potato Pleb. Yup. And this SCVs is going through the map. It's gonna be this probe, by the way, that is instead of the red Protoss who's spawning in the bottom right hand corner. Make some noise for Titan leading the series 1-0 right now. So 2 SCVs are going to get pulled, and this is probably a double Rex. Oh, ouch. Titan is gonna start it instantly, and I would like to see his immediate reaction. Let's get into his vision. Oh, let's get into his camera. Oh well. He knows things are not looking extremely good right now. He wants to know where those rats are. He's trying to get some scouting around. Probably clicking on the minimap with those probes, getting 2 gateways, but well, it's not going to this place.
Game paused.
Oh, probably central, actually. Oh, well, a little bit of lags. It's all good.
Game resumed.
And we get back into the game. So, Titan, where you gonna try and find Proxy? Ooh, this is gonna get so close that he sees the SCVs, he instantly knows where the Proxy is, but it's a little bit too late. The Tech Lab is already going on for the first of his barracks, and he's already almost done. Concussive Shells is probably gonna be the next choice. A lot of gas is being mined, and well, another Tech Lab here probably. Oh, he needs the middle of second Tech Lab drop down. He wants the Marauders, he wants Concussive Shells, and Zealots. Oh, not the right choice against this man. So eventually Titan is gonna know what's going on. He sees the 2 Tech Labs, and now he knows it's Marauders. So Zealot, Stalker, this is actually a full wall with those shield batteries over here. And he sends the Zealot to try and deal some damage before it's too late. But actually, the first Marauder is gonna be out, and he's not gonna get the probe since, oh yeah, but Concussive Shells not done by the way. Oh, the first SCV dies. And well, this one is got into a good spot. Concussive Shells on the way, by the way. But 2 shield batteries. Oh, this pylon. Oh, if this pylon falls. Oh gosh, oh, that's another problem. I thought that was a shield battery. So this probe over here is gonna be a nuisance. Eventually, the probe eventually dies over here, and the Marauders are going to get shooed away. But as soon as Concussive Shells is actually done, well, this is going to be a little bit harder to hold. A lot of energy for those shield batteries, but 4 Marauders against 3 Stalkers, a Zealot, another Stalker on the way, and an Adept. Well, the Marauders are eventually gonna shred those Stalkers with Concussive Shells. The first one is eventually gonna get catched. He gets almost in the good spot, but one of the stalkers actually dies, and probably the second one as well, so close. The shield battery saves with 2 stalkers live. The scientist said it's going to die, but one marauder dies as well. Another one has come out. He needs to move this marauder a little bit behind. He needs to micro this exceptionally good if he wants to get the better fight. But another stalker dies, and actually with concussive shots on, probably another one is going to fall as well. 2 marauders die, and with a little bit of micro, Podilabad is eventually gonna get the adept as well. Rotate has done, and the robotics facility is the tech choice of Titan that wants to get those immortals. Actually, he's moving out with those stalkers and not staying close to the shield battery is probably not the most clever of moves by Titan. That knows his opponent is not actually expanding. He knows, well actually he is right now, but he knows that if he gets the immortal out, eventually this is gonna be easy to hold, since immortal is actually free shot on Marauder with an immense amount of damage. But this is a lot of Marauders, and the shield batteries, I don't know if they can hold all of this damage. The first stalker dies, and another one is eventually gonna get caught. The shield battery is actually doing a good work, but the sentry dies. But this has been at a huge cost for the Terran player that actually loses 4 Marauders, now 5 Marauders. And he really lost that. He's eventually gonna get almost even, but when those tech labs are eventually going to fall, I don't know. By the way, floating his buildings home and one into its opponent base to actually catch what's going on. And now Titan has no nexus, has no expansion yet. He wants to get one actually right now. And Podilabad is actually going to scout the expansion being dropped. He wants to do something with those stalkers, but the Cyclone is there, the Marine is there, and the Siege Tank is almost being done. He eventually gonna maybe delay this command center a little bit. Podilabad has to move it back inside his base. That's the wrong direction. And the Cyclone gets into position, but eventually it's the Siege Tank that wants to do a lot of damage. Losing the Cyclone will be huge. And he actually loses the Cyclone, gets 2 stalkers. I don't know if that was actually worth for a Terran player, but eventually gets to land his command center down. He transfers some of the SCVs, and at the same time Titan getting his immortal count up, Twilight Council, and actually the tech choice of Podilabad is Steam. He wants to get some Medivac. Gateway over here, Twilight Council over here. Is this Dark Templars? I think it is, guys. I think it is. No Raven out yet for a Terran player that wants to get a Cloak Banshee out. So, no Dark Shrine over here, and no research in the Twilight Council. And yeah, it is dropped. It is a Dark Shrine. And this could potentially give so much damage to Podilabad that S is gonna have probably 2 scans when the first Dark Templars are going to hit, unless he uses his energy for mules, which he actually doesn't need right now since of the huge income advantage he has had for the past minute and a half, and he has had quite a strong army as well, while Titan is focusing mostly on economy, and the army supply is wolfing by Podilabad. Titan wants to get his stack up, he wants to get the Dark Shrine, the charge, get into the sweet CIA composition, but, well, the army of Podilabad is actually huge, and he actually wants to move out with a lot of tanks, but he needs a Raven or a single Dark Templar to ruin all of his plans. So the observer actually moves into the base of his opponent, sees the tech lab, sees the Banshee, and actually is almost over, but Titan actually knows his opponent is moving out. His army is really weak right now, but there is no vision actually for Podilabad. That, oh gosh, I don't know about this. I really don't know about this. So Titan goes straight for the base, is going to go straight for the SCVs, but at the same time, the one of them gets a huge spot, and the Cold Banshee is eventually going to kill everything here, since the Observer is all the way on the other side of the map. But a lot of SCVs are dying as well. This is gonna be a trade. Panther, indeed, oh god, a single Dark Templar with all of the Gallopet plans that will ask to make a ruin. He's gonna get those Dark Templars, but he does not know where the proxy location is, and he can't kill the backtrack. But Gallopet moving forward, but he's almost lost all of his SCVs right here. He surrounds this Dark Templar with his SCVs. So it eventually is going to die, but this one is still alive, getting all these gladiators and getting a lot of damage done. And this one again, and the scans are almost over. He needs to land his command center to eventually get another scan, but well, this is 2 Zealots, another Dark Templar, and well, actually I really like the missile tower over here, but at the same time, you need to do something about this Dark Templar over here. He's sending it home eventually. You think he has done enough damage. And the Banshee, even if it is not hooked, actually he's just... There's just no way for Titan to deal with it. There is no anti-air. It can make some stalkers, but eventually going to die so easily to the Symptoms. And the Nexus actually kills. Now the two players are going to be almost equal on income. Oh, the War Prism! Oh gosh, this is going to deal a lot of damage. The Riven is out. He needs to save it home though. Otherwise... Oh, the War Prism falls! And this is probably going to be the nightfall of Titan. That there's nothing yet to actually hold this. The Riven is out, the Banshees are out, and this is probably going to be GG very soon. The scan to get actually the Dark Templar eventually dies, and there is just 2 Stalkers against a huge army. Pause? Leave? I think there was a misclick, but eventually Politopleb gets the game 2 of the series and ties up this semi-final. Now is Tehedan map choice, and well. What is going to be? This has been a really nice game overall. You know, with those 2 players just hitting each other in the face without flinching. Well. We were playing on this today. Almost definitely. Titan is actually lagging. This can happen. Players actually coming from places so far away. Titan is from Morocco and Politopleb is from Korea. Actually, I think he's in Japan right now. I'm not really sure, but I think he is. Yeah, Eastern USA is the best, 170. Yeah. We were playing on Eastern the game before as well, by the way. I'm almost positive with it. Oh well, yeah, it's hard to play on any server if you're from Africa in this case. And well, that was a hard game eventually. You know, losing that prism, it can be, you know, blamable on lag, but well, both those players are actually having problems with lag, you know, 170 and 190. What do we have here? Zero, Cyber, Automaton, King's Cove, New Rep. Yeah, that's all the maps we have. Everything is open after Vita phase. And I actually think this was funny, just Taylor told Titan we have all the maps except for Kairos and Port Alexander, and Titan said, oh okay, Kairos. Yeah. Well, we're gonna play on Cyber Forest, one of my favorite maps ever, to be honest. I really love this map. It's really interesting. A lot of strategies are actually viable, and I really like the natural being so small. Actually makes for better battles, you know, funnier, more unique. Okay, we're going to get into game 3 of the series. Who's gonna advance to finals and face Pharophobia, since last surprise is probably gonna get well covered, since he's playing in Passioncraft right now and he's going forward actually. So really happy for him. He's probably going to win the whole thing. That's impressive to say the least. Well, we're in Cyber Forest, spawning in the top left hand corner is the Green Terran. Heading from Korea, he is Potato Pleb. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner of one insane Cyber Forest, going for a super weak island, is Red Protoss. From Morocco, he is Titan. Well, what is this pilot? Does he want to like roll up with the next, you know, with like something like this and have the Nexus here? That's really unique. That's something I never saw, really, literally never. Like between casting games and playing games, I think I have over like 500 games in the last season. Oh gosh. Well, the Probe eventually gets killed by the SCV, and this is something Titan does quite often. And well, he sends another probe out to try and probably make a proxy over here. While at the same time, Potato Pleb goes for the Refinery of his Spark second style, getting the Reaper a little bit faster, getting the Factory a little bit faster, most importantly. And actually, being a vertical map, proxy location are really strong, since there is a lot of dead airspace. And well, who knows. So, these really pockets of buildings over here confuses me a little bit. But I think it is to block the Reaper from coming up that ramp. I mean, that's clever, but you would prefer to actually roll off over here to prevent aliens running straight into your boats. But well, I guess not losing probes to the Reaper is important as well. After the nerf to the Adept. And well, actually Potato Pleb is going to try and scout for a proxy, but will he get the good location? Oh gosh, he's gonna miss it. While I can't say probably a Dark Shrine as well, he's gonna get dropped over there by Titan, that has seen the Dark Temple play being really effective. Factory on the way for Potato Pleb. But a little bit late because he wanted to get this reactor out and probably get the aliens out a little bit faster. He sees this pocket thing. I think he did see it. Did he though? Oh, he did not. The Stalker is actually chasing the Reaper, but the Reaper is eventually going to outlive it. Well, not outlive it, outrun it, sorry. And the Dark Shrine is probably gonna come in an instant. A little bit more cast. Yeah, here it is. The Dark Shrine getting dropped. A gateway as well. You get the fast grouping.
Game paused.
Legs again. Oh, that's even worse. Well.
Game resumed.
Well, a little bit of technical problems today, but that's the way it is. Dust in the chat, supporting Potato, make some noise. Or a Korean player that is in some trouble right now. He needs a starport. Oh, Tech Lab? Yeah, it's probably going to be Raven. I hope, or maybe Banshees. But either way, with a Banshee you can deal a lot of damage since the global facility is not gonna be out there in time. And what it can be basically your Dark Templar. But you still need something home to deflect it, otherwise, yeah, like losing the siege tank, losing the mules, that's too much more damage than you want to take. So Banshee is the choice of Potato Pleb that, well, I see those two players getting a lot of damage in the next few minutes. When Reaper eventually gets this marvelous building positioning, that really surprises me actually. The Reaper could never get a scout of Titan base, so actually Potato Pleb has no clue of what's going on. He tried to scout through a proxy, but went to the wrong side. He has to spend 2 scans since Cyber Forest main is so huge, and now he sees there is basically nothing over here. Oh gosh. Oh my god. Dark Templar's blink going on, and those two guys can get through because this wall is not a wall, and the Dark Templars get even more into the base, and so many SCVs are going to die. He needs the scan and used it instead to get his opponent base location. He has to lose a tank as well, and oh, the Dark Templars gets immediately out of the scan perimeter, and now he goes for the Tech Lab, but he's not eventually going to take it to the scan. A rise for Potato Pleb that lost 10 SCVs to this, and well, he needs another scan, but yes, not. And well, I feel this will eventually be game. Crook Banshee is done, he loses the tank as well. The Raven is getting out at the same time. And now without a robotics facility though, without any photon cannon, those 2 Cloak Banshees are eventually going to do even more than the Templars. Oh god, he needs the Raven. That's the only answer to this. He needs the Raven right now. He needs to leave this command center as well. But first, Dark Templar eventually dies. Oh, this orbital command is so low actually, and the Banshee actually just trying to kill the gateway. That's not a good choice. 2 Stalkers moved in, but no observer, just a photon cannon. So many probes are going to die right now. Banshees one-shotting probes. On the other side of the map, the Raven has eventually cleared all of the Dark Templars, and now Potato Pleb wants to get on top of these probes with some more damage, or even instead he moves back. I don't know what that meant. He wants to do with those Banshees. He gets some more probes, photon cannon is up, and now it needs to micro those benches out of the way. A lot of energy remaining on one, the other is a little bit on the lower side, but many probes are dying actually. This is a lot of probe lost. A little bit more losses for Potato Blab. They lost the tank, some marines. I think 2 supply depots, almost lost the command center. But on worker skill, we're almost the same over here. So combat shield for Potato Club and +1 ground weapon for Titan. The game is basically reset. Now the observer is scary push by Potato Club. The Blink tried to the circuit, gosh, the Dark Tempest tried to get out of the way, but now with the scan of Pesci, this wasn't the most useful scan. But saving the Raven will be mandatory for this push to actually succeed. Now the photon cannon and this amount of Stalkers is of course a good deal. The final is going to die, but this is not a super important final. Really good anti-armor missile, and these units are actually shredding through the shots of those marines. Titan has nothing left for him, and Potato Blab is definitely going to advance. Well, actually Potato Blab coming with a lot of his stuff to this push. He needs to kill the cannon, but now those Zealous, those Dark Templars are eventually just gonna get kited by our Green Terran army. The Raven is up as well, the Siege tank is into position, and more marines are coming to the map. The working facility has died. No more Immortals, no more observers, and no more prisons. Now the Raven gets on the higher ground, drops a turret as well, but this is definitely game. Our Green Terran has done it, guys. Nothing remaining for the Morocco Brothers player. He goes to GG, and Potato Blab gets into finals. So we're gonna get into finals right now, since last surprise had to tap out. He couldn't play, he's in finals of Passioncraft as I told you before, but well, it's off to Kaiojin or Titan, whatever he wants to be called, for actually showing great skills even in difficult moments. And he now calls for it. He will get his revenge. We'll see, we'll see. And we're waiting for Pharophobia to come and start our first finals before getting into grand finals versus Cuckoo. And I recently got the news, actually Astrea was eliminated. I'm really sorry about it. That's really too bad. I was super looking forward to the performance of this great player. But well, heads off to Cham. He's a really good player as well. This year has been good for him. But well, I mean, Australia's really young. He's gonna get it at a point. Oh well. So this is gonna work like that, and we're gonna wait for Pharophobia for 50 minutes. If she's not there, we're just gonna get into grand finals versus Cuckoo. Yeah, sorry if I'm not that talkative, but I'm actually checking out what has happened to Australia. I'm checking out these games, and well, hope to see him do well in spring. Well, I'm gonna explain once again the vetoing phase. So I think this is a ZVT. Let me check. Yes, this is a ZVT. Well, you have to. It's not like you can choose. You have to put it up. I'm sorry. Okay, year zero is the first V10 map here. Now Pharophobia is gonna give us her choice. Cyber Forest, not gonna be the first map as well. I have a feeling, guys. I have a feeling our first map is probably going to be Kairos. New Repugnancy out of the pool as well. And actually, I think New Repugnancy is the least seen map in StarCraft play at all. I don't know why everybody hates that map. It's basically the same as Blue Shift, with some weird spots. But well, guess what? Port Alexander and Kairos Junction are the two remaining maps right now. Okay, so Port Alexander is gonna be our first map. And well, ZVT on Port Alexander. We're in for a ride. This map is excellent for ZVT, sorry. I really like the way it actually plays out. Oh, I forgot to put on the overlay. Well, too bad. I have to put it off probably in like a couple seconds. But well, ready, set, go into our finals. Pharophobia versus Potato Pleb. Let's see. Port Alexander. decided to commit suicide, but now he's back. Oh well, let's get into this. It's Bodhi in the top left hand corner of Paul Alexander. Going for a, oh, what is this? An instructor trick to get a faster archery, but well, this is the blue Zerg. She is Pharophobia. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner. Instead, as the red Terran heading from Korea makes a noise in chat for Potato Pleb. Well, well, well. So finally I get to cast my race in an arena game, since basically Terran win all of the times in this tournament. I have only seen once a Zerg actually triumph. It was Nuke. Then it has always been Terrans, and once I think Protoss won. Yeah, Owen won once. But well, Reaper first, and a really standard opening for Pharophobia. In the same time, we're gonna check for like some shenanigans with gas and stuff like that. But I think those two players wants to study each other a little bit maybe before getting to the more serious matters. Pharophobia actually trying to scout for an eventual proxy with the Overlord, but there's nothing actually happening. The Reaper's moving out through the map, but the two set of links, so the 4 links will be out. 2 drones put out of gas. This is not an early lair build. This is gonna be probably standard Lean Bay in Hydra. The Zengians get into position, but actually Potato Pleb, surprisingly enough, gets on top of the ramp from the stairs instead of from the jump. And well, the Leans get on top of the SCV, but the Reaper is now, oh, so close, so close. Oh yes, this was an incredible micro decision making by Pharophobia that instantly sets up the drone and gets the archery done before he can eventually get moved out by the grenade of the Reaper. But at the same time, in the Terran base, Hellions are going to come out soon, and the 1-1 build with the support going on, Techland, and probably this is going to be Banshees and Hellions. Does this suggest him mech? I don't know. It could be, it definitely could be, but at the same time, getting a good economy, getting those injects, more queens, well, actually just 3 queens, but she's probably gonna get more. Yeah, another one on the way. And almost having saturated the natural, Pharophobia decides to go for Overload speed that is eventually going to give us some really good scouts, but it can even be a little bit like off-putting. You know, it doesn't really let you get your stronger units fast enough. You need like Banelings against those early Elbat pushes. But this is not going to come from Potato Pleb, by the way, since he's going for Cloak Banshees. But if he decided to go for like the Roller Hellbat's push, in that scenario, having lost 100 dust to get over speed could be like something that kills you. But this is the most weird lair location I've ever seen. Pharophobia gets the lair on a 3rd base, and actually Potato Pleb scouted it, and now he's getting more and more aliens to eventually try and deal damage. With overspeed done, the lair almost finished. I don't see this Cloak Banshee dealing a lot of damage, since Queens are in good position to eventually deal with it, but no Sportors as well. Alien Nest going on at the same time, and this is a lot of Elbats that are going to push into this opponent base, and at the same time, Potato Pleb decides to immediately switch tech and get the barracks going on, getting the Tech Lab and the Steam Pack. So another Banshee actually on the way, but first, wait a moment. These are 5 helmets and a Banshee against a lot of Zerglings And that's it. Athena already started a lot of buildings moving in at the same time and needs to get on top of them, otherwise this amount of buildings can potentially leg this whole push together. 7 drones actually died, 7 drones, 2 crews, a lot of surgeries, and a lot of buildings actually not get the most effective trade. So music is loud, I'm going to lower it a little bit. Thanks for noticing. Okay, so 7 drones lost by Pharophobia that actually still has quite a strong army, quite the worker rate. And she's also getting some backup. So those things are trying to get some damage done, but ooh, look at this. These do not, ooh, actually one of them, and this is not even going to be a pain bust since the surgeons actually pass through without even having to get the pain interaction. 10 SCVs actually died. Oh, 14 SCVs, 8 Marines, 40 SCVs, there's nothing left for Potato Blood. Just a couple of Marines on the high ground, and the siege tank is now going to get in position, but losing 16 SCVs on 3 bases is such a huge deal. And those Zerglings are eventually trying to get on top of the armory, killing those remaining SCVs as well. I don't think she's going to delay this, but I think Potato Blood wants to get out of the game really soon. He wants to step out of this. He cannot win this game. Looking 93 supply to 39. Pharophobia with an excellent boom bust after his opponent losing all of those areas. It's getting such a huge advantage spot with the totally incredible worker lead. Look at this, 71 to 26. The second is totally in space. Yeah, thank you for noticing the loud music. A little bit down. We have a delay of 2 minutes in case you didn't know. Okay. So the tanks are eventually going to shoot out those Zerglings. And well, mills can give your economy a boost, but 11 Hydras, Groot Spines on the way, a 4th base up and running. Pharophobia is in such a huge spot of advantage. This Banshee has to do something as well, since there is basically no way for Pharophobia to deal with it right now. At the same time, those Zerglings are going to get shot away by those lot of Marines. Yeah, they just run away, steam is used, and the command center can eventually fall. And well, I think this is a lot of energy, and a lot of news are going to get dropped soon. So Pharophobia wanting to get another base, a 5th base, and a hive actually, since she has got into such an advantageous spot. Oh, so music is still loud, even after I reduce the volume. Notice me if the music is still loud, but anyway, the Banshee finally gets into trade and trying to get some drones. 5 drones actually died to a single Banshee, not too bad of a trade. Some food is going to get removed from the map as well. Those Banelings, ouch. This is gonna be some dead workers. But I think Potato is overextending a little bit. He moves out with those Medivacs with really good micro. But those buildings, ouch. Oh, I don't want to be Potato, but right now having to defend from this. Oh my god. They lose 4 SCVs die, and those tanks actually get into a good siege in position before Pharophobia can get up this ramp. The other sewer is not going to die, just in a good spot. Medivac on... wait. Oh, this is a lot of Zerglings to try and get on top of this ramp. Pharophobia spreads her army, and the Zerglings want to get immediately on top of those tanks. She needs some more Banelings, I think. Yeah, I think she needs more Banelings. Green Micro has available, but actually does the most he can with those Marines getting into a good position. But the sheer numbers of Pharophobia actually Wow. What a game by Pharophobia. That's really an incredible advantage with the Penguin Bus and eventually closing the game. Hey, I'm not being mean. Why am I being mean? 420 APM by Potato Bread. Oh gosh. So our next map is gonna be Kairos Junction. Do this. Another time a really standing map. I really like Kairos Junction. Don't think I don't. There was a time I actually hated Kairos Junction, but well, we came in good terms. Ready, guys? Potato Club is ready, Pharophobia is ready, and we're getting to game 2 of our finals. Pharophobia versus Potato Pleb ZVT. Oh, I wanted to check something. I think Pharophobia is actually like Master 3 on you. I'm not 100% sure though, but I think she is. Well, Kairos Junction. That Potato Pleb has something in mind. We're gonna see really soon. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Kairos Junction, leading the series. She's the Blue Zerg. Her name is Pharophobia. Or Farah. We just call it Farah. Let's call it like that. Spawning in the top left hand corner of Kairos Junction again. He loves this man. There's no way, not a way to put it. He loves it. And sending a lot of SVs through the map. He's the Red Terran. From Korea, Potato Pleb. Well. First barracks gets dropped. Yes, it is. Oh, yeah, she doesn't see that. Uh-oh. This is on troubles. So, oh god. Did Farah see that? Oh my god, she did not. She did that's probably discarding a CV, but she's gonna see that this is not towards her base. And well, this is a 4-Rex, guys. This can kill us pretty easily if he doesn't decide to just drop the natural. So Potato Pleb isn't even getting gas since he knows there's actually no use of gas into his build. First Marine is going to go out, and now Potato Pleb drops the bunker and there is no overload. He needs in the base of Farah to actually get it scouted. Oh god. Oh god. This has been so unlucky for the Blue Zerg right now. And oh, this is gonna be another bunker, I think. And now Farah sees what's going on. 2 bunkers outside her place, and Potato Pleb has found himself in such a good spot instantly. Spine crawler being made by Farah, and now that the bunker is done though, Potato Pleb can start to shoot 3 bunkers. Oh god, you can start to shoot at this archery pretty easily. So this is actually a 3-Rex, not a 4-Rex. So at the same time, Potato Pleb is getting the refinery back home. He needs to get a supply depot over here, and let's see the time segments in this place really soon. 2 spine crawlers dropped right here. Actually 3 spine crawlers dropped by Farah, and actually I think spine crawlers eventually have range bunkers. I think they do, but well, first spine crawler is not in range of the farthest bunker. And well. Yeah, actually I think it's going to fall. So 2 Marines come out. The tanker tries to get closer, and I don't think this gives me more energy. Otherwise, the no transfuses, those tankers are actually going to be just useless. This was just wasted minerals. This is a lot of Marines in a lot of bunkers. All the spectators get into position, but Farah kills the GG. Excellent build by Potato Pleb that ties the series, and we go into game 3, guys. So unlucky by Farah as well. Oh, ouch. So, losers pick, Farah's pick. Oh, poor Potato Pleb. Okay, so Automaton is gonna be our next map. Well. Waiting for Farah to say she's ready. So okay, we're ready to get into game 3 of our finals. Who's gonna play versus Cuckoo? Oh gosh, I'm a little bit excited, I have to admit it. Hey boys, we're into game 3 of the series, and Farah, after threatening his opponent of doing something really aggressive, goes for an Instinctor trick. Oh gosh, I don't know what's going on. Spotting in the right side of, well, I think it's an match first actually. Spotting in the right side of Automaton, right hand side. She is the loser. Spawning pool first. She is Farah. Spawning in the left hand side of the one and same Automaton. We have a red Terran. He is Potato Pleb. Sorry, something is loud. Oh, okay, so effects are too loud. Okay. So sound effects a little bit too loud. I guess I'm just going to lower them a little bit. Oh, sorry about this. I'm really sorry about this. But I think it's for the better. Oh, I think it's a little bit too low. Well, okay. Never mind it anymore. Just watch this game, since Pharophobia actually went for like a 16 pull week span or something like that to the notes of this to get an earlier third archery, trying to deal some damage, maybe delay Potato Head's command center a little bit, but Reaper was immediately out, and this was actually deflected. This is what I'm reading from what I'm seeing right now in this spot of the game, but this overload over here, ooh, is this going to be a little bit of a Nidus play? Oh no, it is not. Just one worker on gas right now. Farah wants to get a little bit of more lava. What she wants to get a faster economy lead, and at the same time, Potato Pleb going for that 1-1-1 build with Banshees and Hellions and trying to do some damage like he tried to do in game 1, and actually did a lot of damage. But Pharophobia had such a huge army that she could just bust through his base and kill like 20 SCVs or something. So good quick spread right now for Pharophobia, who is trying to actually link two bases, connect the crypts. And this is really important on a map like Automaton, since the distance between bases is really huge, as you can see, like from here to there and there, from here to there through a ramp, and this is so far. And even between the main and the natural, the distance is actually incredibly long, and so you have to spread a lot of creep to actually get into a good position. And the Riddler is eventually going to die without getting a really good scout. Actually, he just barely saw 3 workers on gas. He didn't actually see the lair. I don't think the lair was started. Let me check. Yes, the lair was started. That is something for our Red Terran. And 13 workers at a single time for Pharophobia. That probably has hit quite the supply block after this. And actually she hit the supply block even because she actually moved the Overlord into his opponent base, got it killed by a Marine, and probably got a little bit of a scout. Oh, she actually scouted basically everything that was to scout. Only thing she probably does not expect is this army moving out this soon in the game, but the Zergling, the lone Zergling at the third base location actually gets it, and now Pharophobia starts to pump out units. 8 Zerglings going on from the lava. Bailey Nest almost done, and well, no tech choice yet after the lair, but she needs to first defend from this with Zerglings and Bailings, 20 links at a single time, a lot of queens. This is potentially holdable for a blue Zerg, but I think that Potato Head can kill some queens eventually. Not the best spot to actually siege the tanks. It's really easy to surround from there and there. And actually Potato Head gets into a little bit of a better spot, moves out. Oh, this is a lot of moves! And the bench actually come into play. The bench actually detonate on the tanks. It is not what she wants to do with those. But the Banshee can get some stuff done over here. The Vikings get on top of the Marines, killing all of the remaining army of Potato Head. And the Banshee cloak, oh, immediately out of danger. And now at the same time, this is a lot of Zerglings and just one tank to try and deflect them. Ooh, well, the only tank is going to be enough. Only one Marine actually dies for Potato Head, that is back onto the rails of this game. That is basically once again reset it to a pretty much even spot with Muse. Potato Head can get a better economy. He has saturated his natural. He wants to get his third command center going on right now, and now he goes for a bioplay. Double NG Bay, Steam Pack. Well, only combat shield is missing, I guess. 2 tanks moving out again. Well, I really don't know about that. Argel is then on the way for Pharaophobia as well, and at the same time this overseer is eventually going to scout basically everything that's going on in the Terran base, and the other is Olaf in the natural base location, probably is going to die as well. This lone Zergling is trying to get into a spot in which he can avoid the command center from landing, but just one single marine can eventually shoo it away. So Pharaophobia getting on a good economical lead, getting the pocket third base, sorry. Well, this is a fourth, but the location is, well, you know what I mean. And the command center eventually lands, and the economy is starting to thrive for Potato Planet as well. That there's a lot of energy to put mules down as well in this base, and he's probably going to do it very, very soon. So mech weapons as well, and in the same time Goose Pines, +1 Carapace, +1 melee, and overlord speed. Infestation Pit, probably Farah wants to go for a 3 hatcheries here. There's a lot of macro hatches. By the way, Farah, eating a little bit of a supply block, she wants to get she wants to get the golden base, and she wants to get a super fast high tech, but she first has to actually deal with the possible push that is going to come by Potato Planet. That has an astounding number of marines and tanks right now. Those two medivacs over here have to get out of the way, get out of troubles, since the Hydralisks are actually in a good spot to defend from this. At the same time, +2, where is it? Okay, here it is. +2 weapons and +2 armor for his spy. Oh, how did I miss that? Nukes incoming for Potato Planet that can easily deny the golden base drones, and this is a strong army. Pharaophobia needs basically a perfect engagement to actually survive this massive army of Potato Planet. Just two Medivacs is probably not what you want to have, but this actually needs to get cancelled. Oh, it doesn't get cancelled. Really good spread on those marines. The Palings cannot get in a good position. At the same time, a good run by Farah actually deals a lot of damage. Wait, these are 13 SCVs dying, and those marines are just standing idle over there. They need to get into work. 13 SCVs death. It's a big deal. I think Potato Planet has actually to close out the game right now, because it probably won't ever be able to do it later. It needs to leapfrog those tanks a little bit ahead, because oh god, huge surround. Actually the ghost dies, and the surround hit by Pharaophobia is massive. No way Potato Planet can survive this amount of Zerg units. GG scored. Clever play by Farah. Gets the game done, gets the series, and gets the finals. Okay. Oh, so I think we can get on EU. Okay. So Mod is in the champion. We're waiting for our champion, and we're going to have our finals. Wait, grand final, sorry. Okay, here it is. the champion. Waiting for Farah right now. Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Am I in the Alpha X? Maybe I'm not. Showing Alpha X. Yep, I was not. Wait. Is there no one here? I got time to actually change my settings as well over here. This and this. Yep. Okay. Okay, we're done. We're ready. Oh wait, no, not what I wanted. I think she's in the wrong channel. Yeah, I'm just checking our AFAR players are there. Yeah, she was not in the right channel, but that's super okay. What is this? It is on my friend list, or maybe it's not. But oh, okay, no, I can invite him now. Okay, you guys know the drill. I'm going to explain it once again to our players. I do not accept observers for the simple thing that the channel of the clan can get more viewers, and actually I don't want anyone to lag our game. Since we had a lot of problems today, I'm really sorry about this, Kuku, when you're gonna watch the VOD. And well, Sashaman is mocking me, and I'm going to mock him back. So what is something really stupid I could write? Why not this? Okay, can write it. Yeah, this is pretty stupid. And anyway, Adamadan is the first band map. Oh, I love this song. This is the best song ever in a StarCraft game. I'm going to pump up the music, guys, just for this. I know you all love it. Everyone loves this song. I'm gonna pump it even further. Yeah, like that, guys. Jump with me. EO0 is the second featured map. Saber is the third. Oh, you're going pretty fast right now, actually. Finally. I'm going to lower the music before someone actually gets his ear bleeding. Oh, what is this? How did he write this? Well, Lord Alexander. So, one more veto each, and then we're gonna have our first map. Oh, this song is so cool, by the way. So cool. Kingsgrove, last band of Cuckoo. Now only 2 maps are actually remaining. And those are Kairos Junction, once again the most standard of the standard, and I think Port Alexander is the other. So this, no, wait, Port Alexander is banned. New Repugnancy. Okay, so Kairos is going to be our first map of the series. Oh wait, I didn't make sure she wanted us to play on Kairos or to veto Kairos. Oh, okay, veto Kairos. Okay, so we're gonna play on New Repugnancy. Okay, I was making a mistake. Sorry about this. And actually I want to check something, sorry. Okay. So, I think that someone could ask me, wait, oh god, Cuckoo is Master 1. Well, I don't care if he's Master 1. I care about his MMR, and his MMR is below 4.9k. And that's the limit for this tournament. I don't really care what your rank is. You could be Master 1, I wouldn't really care. It's about the MMR. Okay. Okay, we're ready to get into game 1 of our grand finals, best of 5. Let's go get this, boys. New Repugnancy, ZVT. I've seen such long games on New Repugnancy, ZVT. One really recently on WCS. It was, I think it was Special versus Charm.
Game paused.
What? This is an instant pause. I don't know what's the problem. Yeah, we could just we can play on this.
Game resumed.
Okay, so let's get on with the introductions. Spawning in the bottom right hand, bottom left hand corner of New Repugnancy is the Blue Terran. His name is Cuckoo, our Grand Champion. Spawning in the top right hand corner. Ooh, ouch. Okay, it's just an instructor trick. Of New Repugnancy again is a Red Zerg. She is Farah. Oh, let me know in the chat who you're cheering for. If you want champion to win once again for the 4th time, I think. He won so many, I just cannot remember. Or if you want the newcomer to actually go and win. Match first for Farah and Barracks in his base for Cuckoo, and trust me, this is not something you see often out of this player. Okay, I think music is a little bit loud. I think this is far more acceptable for you. Anyway, spawning pool going on for Farah and an SCV Scout. This has become a little bit more common lately in CVT. People have started SCV Scouting again. Actually, it has not been a thing for a lot of time. And well. What's gonna be the second? Okay, a command center on the low ground. With the SCV Scouts, actually Cuckoo saw there was nothing to be scared of. The spawning pool is still not halfway done. Sorry, not completely done. That's what I meant. And at the same time, Cuckoo places his SCV in this spot to actually try and delay a little bit a third expansion by Farah. I cannot find peace with the volume. And the Farah actually is one of those players who wants to get such an early third base, a 27 base. Oh, the Reaper is going to deny it. He needs to get on top of the Reaper. She needs to get on top of the Reaper. But yes, it is. Ooh, nice one by Cuckoo, but basically it's not enough. And the drone eventually manages to get in morph into a archery. I guess that's what I should say next. But anyway, Farah is now going for a third base. Cuckoo going for his command center. Probably going to be an orbital command really soon. And yeah, basically he's going to be becoming an orbital command. And at the same time, Cuckoo going for this 1-1 strong build that we've seen more and more play in a TDZ. Reactor, Aliens, and probably Banshee Cloak is going to be the next tech choice of our Blue Terran. At the same time, on the other side of the map, Farah is going for a more economic style of play. Oh, actually a Viking, not a Banshee, to try and deny some vision. And I think when a Zerg sees a Viking first, he immediately starts to think what's going on. Because you don't want to actually shoot it away that fast, but that's the way this matchup works, to be honest. And at the same time, probably a barrack is going to be built next to this reactor, but at the same time, the factory is going to build a tech lab reactor for the starport as well, so this is going to be a mech heavy bio play, I meant to say a medivac and a heavy bio play. So Farah going for the lab tech right now, getting a lab and a building nest, and actually saturating completely a natural and wanting to get some more gas to get those upgrades, get those more buildings, getting those hydras and everything that comes with it. At the same time, some tanks are starting to come out of Cuckoo's factory, and that is probably going to be the name of this game. Tank and Bio. So these barracks and two reactor, well probably 3 reactor, 4 reactor barracks probably. Anyway, Farah eventually loses the scouting overload. Well, no, this Viking is actually doing a lot of damage. It could get even more overloads throughout the map, and this is what Cuckoo is trying to do. Oh, we can get to this so easily, but sadly you cannot see that.
Gangway, coming through.
Anyway, Farah taking the 2 evolution chambers, wanting to get the +1 melee and the +1 carapace, spreading those links to eventually catch out any third base expansion by Cuckoo that's not coming right now. Cuckoo is starting to pump some more units through. The aliens go into a good spot. You know, they find a sweet pocket in which they can kill all the rings actually. Farah loses a bit too much to these 3 aliens. Oh, this kills, oh my god. Oh gosh, 7 drones die, 8 drones die, probably 9, 8 drones it is. And now Farah has gone back into making units, 22 lanes. The Queens eventually have killed all the remaining aliens. But now, Cuckoo, even without a true army advantage, since a lot of stuff is going to come up really soon for oh wait, he has the army advantage actually. And anyway, without the worker's advantage, it's going to move out. He wants to deal as much damage as possible, probably eventually closing the game with this push. Steam is done, combat shields almost done. Oh, just this small wing actually just scouted everything, and now Banelings with speed getting into position, and now the tank's gonna get dropped in this really sweet spot. Now the Marines have found a really good pocket in which to kill the archery, kill any unit that starts to come, and now Farah has to decide between losing the hatchery or losing their army. Oh, good spot for the Marines to actually attack the Queens. Oh my god, Cuckoo! Oh my god, what a surround by Farah as well. This has been such a back and forth fight, but now eventually Cuckoo can be up the end of it with a good Medivac micro and gets game 1 of these grand finals. Oh gosh, that moment was so tense I didn't know what to say. Really well played by both those players. Oh, a bit of luck for our champion. Okay, so Automaton is gonna be our second map of the series. Will Farah eventually tie the series, or will Cuckoo get even more ahead? We're gonna find out really soon. I think those players are really eager to get into action. And Automaton pretty much calls for standard play for both the players. But we're gonna see. As I said, both those players are super eager to get into play. Well. We're ready for our second game of the Grand Finals. Best of 5 spawning in the left hand side of Automaton is a blue Terran leading 1-0. He's the Grand Champion 4 times of the arena. His name is Cuckoo. Wait, this was bad, but never mind. Anyway, spawning in the right hand side of the one and same Automaton. She is the Red Zerg trying to tie the series and maybe win the Grand Finals. We're gonna see that. She is Farah. We're gonna see. Both those players are really going, exceptionally well. Farah with a convincing victory over Potato Pleb in the finals. Cuckoo just stomping through the competition every time he gets to play in this tournament. So Farah actually goes for a standard build instead of what we saw by her in Game vs Potato Plant, which she did the weird 16 pull shenanigan. At the same time, Cuckoo doesn't want to get too fancy with his builds yet. He gets on the macro standard side of a CVT or TVZ, it's the same. Gets the Scout with the SCV, and he's probably going to get a low ground command center since there is no way danger is gonna come out in his base yet. So once again he tries to get the SCV on the third base location, and the Reaper is on the way as well. 2 queens and 2 sets of lanes, so 4 lanes right now for Farah. That's the basic most standard thing you could ever see in this scenario. And now is the time. Well, Farah now knows what's going on, and she instantly sends 2 drones, and now this SCV can only delay for a little bit, not too much. The drone gets into position and the SCV eventually dies. Farah gets a super fast third base again, and now she knows this is Reactor Aliens. The Reaper actually gets in a pretty good spot, forcing the Reaper to turn into an extractor, you know, just getting that 6 mineral stacks. And now he could jump in the main and see if there is a lair, and that's what he eventually tries to do, but there is nothing going on. Safety Reaper, but nothing to be scouted. He wants to get the Crypt Tumor maybe? Oh, he can't. 10 HP, gets away at the same time. 1-1-1. Tech Club as well, going on for Cuckoo. Aliens coming out 2 at a time from this reactor factory. And now it is time for Farah to make some queens and try to defend from the aliens. Okay, so 4 aliens and Reaper is probably going to be the first harassment coming from Cuckoo, with the Viking as well to try. Oh, wait. What have we here? So the oh god, the Overlord is gonna see the Marauder eventually. No armory yet by Cuckoo, but that is definitely what the Terran player is going to do, getting Hellbats and Marauders on work. So, as I said, our Terran player likes his shenanigans. Now the aliens try to get into a spot in which they can kill some Zerglings, kill some drones, maybe make those Queen waste a little bit of energy, and now the count of Marauders and aliens is going through the roof. Armory almost done, and well, with the Medivac on the way as well. Oh, Medivac is already done actually. Probably a second Medivac will be on the way soon. A little bit of a supply block for Cuckoo that is not going to do a lot, since he has enough energy to actually solve this issue. He decides to move the starport, but anyways, let's get into real action. The Viking trying to get some more overloads, trying to supply block his opponent, and those Banelings are going to be super important. You want the Banelings to explode on Hellbats and not on Marauders. But anyway, this is a huge number of Hellbats, and now the Marauders gets into action. The Banelings are eventually going to explode. Oh my god, this is such a good trade for the Terran player right now. The Marauders get into action. They make a little bit of a concrete. So, and oh god, this Banelings! Clean rig is spread with the Banelings by Farah, but this is simply not enough. 2 queens already have died. A lot of lanes are dying one after the other. The army of Cuckoo is incredibly bruised, but there is not a lot that could be done by the third player that taps out of the game. Cuckoo getting the lead 2-0. Okay, so um, does Farah really want to make me choose the map? Okay. I'll choose my favorite map. I'll just choose Year Zero. I could have chosen Kingsco if they wanted macro, but well, yeah, Terran can do some really big stuff on Kingsco. So, Year Zero is going to be our third map. Well, actually what Kuku said is true. Automaton is a Zerg map. Playing macro on Automaton for a Terran is not the best of ideas. And we get into game 3 of our grand finals. Kuku leading 2-0, trying to get the clean sweep on his opponent, but well, this is a whole another story on Year Zero. And so it is, spawning in the top left hand corner of Year Zero, leading 2-0, trying to become for the 5th time the grand champion of the arena. He is Kuku. Oh no. Oh no. This is gonna be triggering. Farah just said. Oh god. Oh oh. Spawning in the top right hand corner of Year Zero, a red Zerg. She is Farah. Going for a 60 notch, going for the macro play against. Oh my god, this is a full rocks play by Kuku. Versus an Arch first that is almost a bit of the win, I guess. There is little way to actually deflect this, and the choice of the map to do this, that's peculiar to say the least, since the Overlord actually takes a lot of time to get on top of the ramp and actually get a scout, but it's not, well, it's even hard to see the SCVs moving out, of course, but it's not that hard to find the spots. You know, there is not a lot of places in which there could be a proxy. You know, this is the whole area, basically. You can have a proxy over there, well, not more further than this, because of the rocks, of course, and then over this location is just not convenient. And so, oh no, Farah, move the Overlord, please. No, move it. Well, she's gonna know really soon what's going on. Spawning pool is done. She can start making units and spam crawlers as well. But oh gosh. Now Farah knows this is a proxy play. She sends the SCVs out, the two SCVs, the two drones forward, and actually Farah just steps out of it. She sees the 5 Marines. She knows she has not anything to deal with it, and she knows this is a build or win. And well guys, I think Kuku has done it once again, and he is again a champion. Well, praise this guy for being an excellent player and knowing how to close the games, getting those sweet victories, and he really knows how to play a best of 5 series, since he's almost unbeatable in these grand finals. So just wanna say thank you for watching, and We're gonna be back Thursday, 7 p.m. CET, every week, or almost every week. There are some days in which I can't, but I really hope I can do this next week. And well, as I said, thank you for watching. Thank you guys for playing and being awesome. And see you next week, everybody. And congratulations to Cuckoo for being our champion once again.